Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Let us continue on our save file, on our adventure. After the masked gentleman. The story so far. Upon their arrival in Montador, Luke, Emmy the Professor witnessed one of the masked gentleman's terrible miracles. In spite of their efforts, the villain escapes, and the heroes set out to talk to Angela the door, an old friend of the Professor's. So, let's go to the door's mansion. Well, it looks as though we're finally here. This is the first time I've seen Angela in 18 years. I'm a little nervous, truth be told. I can even imagine how long 18 years must feel. Long. So we're going 30 FPS now. Well, unification mode. Let's see if we can at least get like a hint coin or two. Well, that's 2. And that's 3. Back to map, and let's jump. What a magnificent garden. And look, they even have balconies. Hmm?
Is that...
Angela.
I knew he'd come. It's so wonderful to see you again, Herschel.
And the entire game slows down for a second. Because I'm pressing the 9 button. So turning everything on does that. It just happens, right? Anyway, it's good to see you again too, Angela. I'm very glad you came. Of course, I came as soon as I received the letter. I mean, that's just how the PC is. Like, I'm already glad, like, we've been live for like 2 hours without the PC actually crashing. Because this PC used to like crash all the time, especially in the summer. In the summer, I don't dare to use this. I knew you wouldn't ignore the troubles. Especially not with the mask of chaos involved. But where are my manners? Allow me to show you inside. Well, Professor Layton, I'm disappointing you. The Herschel I know would never neglect to introduce his friend. His friends. And introduce. Not introduce. Introduce, whatever the fuck I said. Oh, of course, my apologies. This is Emil Dava, the professor's assistant. And I'm his apprentice, Luke. I want to say Luke Triton, truth be told. So, it's very nice to meet you, Mrs. Lador. The pleasure's all mine. Please call me Angela. My husband Henry isn't here just now. He has meetings till late. Ah, Henry, how is he? I can hardly believe that the two of you are married now. Extraordinary how time flies. It passed in the blink of an eye, but it still feels like an eternity. Angela, I'm sorry to broach the topic so soon, but I'm anxious to discuss your letter. Could you tell me more about the unusual happenings in the city? It all started a month ago. That was when the masked gentleman first appeared. Since then, we have people turning into horses, people stepping out of paintings. It's absolute chaos. We were present earlier this evening when a similar event took place. Several people apparently turned to stone. Another of his dreadful acts. And he calls them miracles, you know. Well, whatever we saw tonight, it certainly was extraordinary. I'll give him that. I was petrified with all those people turned to stone. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean... Everyone says he is unleashing the power of the Mask of Chaos to destroy a city. The city is packed full of tourists and travelers. We still haven't been able to identify all the victims. Even Henry is afraid of what horrible nightmare might occur next. He fears his own safety and the city's future. The Masked Gentleman. A mysterious character calling himself the Masked Gentleman is parading around town performing even more drastic and miraculous feats. He must have some agenda, but it's not clear what he wishes to achieve. The Masked Gentleman appeared around a month ago and started staging his selling miracles. What is he after? The Miracle of Montador also has Layton's thoughts, so a second part of that. The Gallery Plaza is the city center of town with... okay. The Gallery Plaza in the center of town was built on top of an oasis. The city no doubt developed around this water source. And the Mask of Chaos has Layton thoughts as well. The mask apparently allowed the Masked Gentleman to perform impossible feats. Can a simple mask possess such a power? I don't think so, personally, but whatever. We'll find out. Just one moment, Angela. How is it possible that this Masked Gentleman could possess the Mask of Chaos? I was sure the mask was lost forever. I saw it, along with... Wait a second, Professor. You've actually seen the Mask of Chaos? Yes. A friend of mine, my best friend, in fact, discovered it back in his school days. What? You never mentioned this before? You haven't told them about the mask? About Randall? I haven't. Randall, he was your friend, the one who found the mask. Yes, Randall Ascot, he discovered it. And it was my fault that he... After the accident, Henry led several search parties down into the ruins. He never found Randall. But he did find the ancient treasure hidden down there. And the mask. He found it? Yes, I mean that Randall saw it. Henry brought the mask back here. He said he had stumbled upon it in one of the passages. He found the mask. Now what of Randall? Surely they would have been together. No, Herschel, I'm sorry. Henry never stopped searching though. He refused to accept Randall's death. Apart from his work, it's really the only thing he thinks about. I can't say I blame him. I want to believe it too, that Randall isn't really gone. Isn't that pendant? Oh, you remember this? It is quite a bit now, as much as I have. Angela, Herschel, I want to apologize for our last conversation for so very long. I'm so sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew it wasn't your fault. I just couldn't bear losing him. I want to say it was because I was young, but that's no excuse. I think I just needed someone to blame. I'm sorry. Randall was your best friend. You were in just as much pain as I was. I never held against you, Angela. You had every right to blame me. I wasn't able to save him. It haunts me to this day. I'm so sorry, Herschel. Henry insisted we keep the mask here to remind us of Randall, and I have my pendant. You kept it here? Then had the Masked Gentleman come by it? It was stolen from us 1 month ago. At the very same time the Masked Gentleman first appeared? More or less, yes. Once we catch this villain, I want the mask back for Randall. I promise we'll do all we can. Could you show me where you kept the mask? Oh, well, we kept it in Henry's study. But he isn't here. Angela, I understand. The gentleman's study is his private domain. I shouldn't wish to enter without Henry's present. In any case, it's rather late. I was hoping to look over the scene of tonight's incident once more before we retire for the evening. True, something like that indeed. Also, I need to switch the screen a little bit. Ooh. I was throwing things off my desk. Don't worry, it's fixed. Shall we call on you both tomorrow? Yes, that sounds like the best idea. I've booked a couple of rooms for you at the Camel's Hump Hotel. Sounds like a perfect hotel. It's a little bit of a walk, but I think you'll find it quite to your liking. Much appreciated, Angela. Well. I think we've stumbled upon one of our elusive hidden puzzles. I just know it was there. Alright, let's do this. This is puzzle 006 bunny up swap 20 out of 20. This is an annoying one. Here are some rather unusual rabbit toys. There are 3 rules. Rabbits can only move by jumping horizontally, diagonally, or vertically over other rabbits. They can jump over any number of rabbits at once. A white rabbit will turn brown when jumped over, and vice versa. Keeping all the rabbits here turn brown, following the rules given above. Touch on all the rabbits on the touchscreen to highlight all the squares it can hop to. To the rabbit, slide it to a green square. A rabbit crosses over will turn brown and vice versa. Move the rabbits so that all the rabbits turn brown.
This is how it's done.
Okay, I did it in more than 100 moves originally, just so you know. Correct. And all it took was just a few leg leaps from our brave bouncing bunnies, sorry. It just goes to show what a little courage can do. I did it in no time at all this time, Jesus. It was certainly a most enjoyable challenge. I think that Randall, the masked gentleman... I think that Randall and Lucky are the same. Same as that I think that Randall and Desclay are the same. Yeah, for some reason it just came to me how you could fix that puzzle easily. Don't ask me how I did that. I'm going to get a hotel. I think I could eat a horse, and I'm so tired, my eyes are falling out. We'll go very soon, Luke, I promise. There's just one more thing I'd like to check if your stomach approves. Oh, of course, Professor. I'll feed my hunger for information instead. Let us visit Celebration Boulevard. We may be able to find some new clues if it's quiet down. Professor has spoken. Okay, so we cannot move 2 places at once. Only 1 place at once. Oh, I do beg your pardon. Sorry. On the contrary, I should be the one apologizing. No, really, sir. It was I who... I beg your pardon, but are you perchance Professor Layton? I am. You have made a disadvantage, mister. Oh, how terrible of me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mordaunt, personal assistant to Mr. Lador. How do you know about the professor? Mrs. Lador told us some days ago to expect your arrival. When I saw you just now, I merely wondered... It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Mordaunt. Please allow me to introduce my companions, Elmi Otava and Luke Triton. I do not wish to be presumptuous, but I take it that you are leaving? Again, you are correct, Mr. Mordaunt. We're dining for the night. I gather Henry won't be home for some time? I see. Yes, Mr. Lador is rushed off his feet with all the chaos. It's a miracle he can run on his so little sleep. Excuse the pun. I should inform Mr. Lador that you are here. Please forgive him for being unable to welcome you himself. Well, I believe I should be taking my leave. Do be careful. The streets near here are in terrible shambles. Likewise, Mr. Mordaunt. Mr. Lador will be a very busy man to need an assistant. Almost as busy as you, Professor. This place may be calling City of Miracles, but I'm quite sure most of its prosperity was born of hard work. Now let's back to Celebration Boulevard. Perhaps the work on the case will relieve Henry's burden. Probably will. There's footsteps. Why, we recognize that firm, resolute sound anywhere. I need not see to identify a gentleman. I'm hidden very sneakily behind a facade before you. Find me, show me a zoom to be proud of. Sure, my zooming friend. Oh, I'm uncovered. I'm undone. Like a tea cozy over my heart, it warms to see you grow. Assume to be proud of, eh? I'm more proud of finding 3 hint coins. Oh, bravo! It takes great skill and art to detect a hidden mine of such ease. Hurrah! What's the thing you want from us? You're alright. There's something I would very much like to tell you about. It comes from the fruitful grapevine. Hahaha. Now focus your little magnifying glass on the metal box and examine it closely. You found a new item. Stylish clay pot. This, my friend, is a collection item, and one that will serve you so fashionably well. Throughout the city, you might find scrap and treasure, rubbish and rarities, rubble and ransom. But whatever these may be, it is you, my friends, who have the power to transform them into a collection. Soon your hoard will grow until it is grand enough to impress even the most seasoned collectors. Sometimes I scattered near and far, hither and thither, so do not miss a trick. I see, I must admit, hunting for artifacts is rather a hobby of mine. Words spoken from the heart, good sir. Please, let me reward you. Remember where our destinies crossed at Celebration Boulevard? Check your winning box there again. I think it is time to take my leave, no? Enjoy your salubrious collection selection, my friends. And goodbye. Do you think that man will ever stop shooting off after he's done talking? The collection box has been added to your trunk. Again, not something that I'm really going to focus on. Eternally eccentric artists are giving you a box to store the items you collect. The collection box has been added to the trunk. Use the box to store all the rare and fascinating items you come across on your travels. These items are purely for enjoyment and have no bearing on the case. A full collection is its own reward. True, but I guess there's one more thing to do on travels. For now, we should continue back to Celebration Boulevard. Because we're going back to there anyway, I will actually be collecting still that one single point. Hello, here for the show, are you? Herman's is in the market just there. Got me name on the sign and everything. Did cancel it today though. Half our props got ruined in a panic. Proper wreck they were. That is all incredibly unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear it. I took a John of the people who turned to stone myself. But it got me wondering, what's the blooming point? Do you think he's got something against circus, or maybe he just hates fun? Ah, that's an horrible thought. But isn't he who's getting down into the dumps when you've got smiles to put on faces, you know? Here, why don't you try a puzzle? Oh, go on, it'll make you dead happy. Puzzle 007, a toasty toast. After finishing work for the day and changing back into the normal clothes, the members of the circus troop gather in the big tent to celebrate another 6th performance. It's a bit nippy in there at night, so they're warming up a few rounds of hot chocolate. It's out to tell just by looking at the silhouettes, but there's at least one member of the troop missing. Who is in the tent? Select each person who's present. You are present. You are there. You are present. You're there. You are present. You are right there. You are present. You are practically sitting next to him. You're not present because this here is a freaking flower of some sort. And you are just laying on your back there, you sleeping ass.
How about this?
I just remember this puzzle still.
Puzzles are made to be solved.
Correct. All members aside from the top second from the right are present and accounted for. Let's hope they don't stay up too late. They've got another busy day ahead of them. As you can see, it's just a freaking plant in a hat. Puzzle 07, those has now been added to your puzzle index. Hurrah, you got it right! Oh, well done. You're a proper clever lot, aren't you? Ever since the troop got here, these mental miracles have kept happening. It's driving me a bit bratty. I just hope the police don't go calling it magic, because let's be honest, it's not. Magic tricks aren't something you do to hurt people, they're meant to entertain. Absolutely. The sooner they catch a gentleman bloke, the better. I say, we've been living again, I'll enjoy a bit of R&R, eh? Yes. I agree. Well, the panic seems to have died down now. The murder victims all been removed, but then we may find other clues. Well, there's still a police officer there. Let's first go back to our little box. Just because I know it's there, that's like the only reason I'm actually getting it. Was today's carnival the most wonderful thing ever? Putting it to stalagminium and everything. The masked Dynamite is amazable. I'm afraid what you're referring to was no show. Not a show? That's imposterous. How did he turn people to stone then? Fizzle me this. I don't know. His performance wouldn't be as impressive if we could explain it, would it? I suppose so. Actually, I saw a looky-speaking stranger lounging about. Do you think it was him? It is under a mischievous mask. This person mischievous too. Okay. So the answer for this is 2, by the way. Puzzle 008, Carnival Colors. This puzzle worth 20 out of 20 pixel arts. Color flags strung up all over town for the carnival. There are only 7 different designs of flags, but all displayed in a variety of combinations. One combination is the pattern shown in the top right corner. How many times does the pattern feature in the string of flags shown above? Look carefully and write down the number. It's 2. You first have it here, and you actually have it here as well. This is in the wrong order, but that doesn't matter. From the other side, it still looks the same. And that's how your answer has to be.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Correct, the button appears twice in total. Once when you look at the flags from the front, and once when you look from the back. And here it shows them as well. Well, Fabulent, any dynamo who can do that is bound to catch a criminal red-handed. But all I know about the culprit was that he had the face behind a amazable mischievous mask. That's not much to go on. It all happened in the middle of a parade. Very true, many of the attendees in performance were wearing masks. Don't be such a spool, Snail. You gotta think positive. There's a costume boutique in the shopping district. Maybe the masked Dynamite brought his outfit there. You might even finish up your case in one fall swoop. Oi, you three, for the love of stop! Oh, sorry. Phew, that was a close shave. We were about to lose one of our precious lead for this case. You mean you found something? Oh yes, see the horse tracks? We estimate about 3 of them galloping away from the carnival. We reckon they were left by our culprits, otherwise why would they be so clear among these thousands of footprints? What's more, they were going the very same direction that a mystery man left in. Very suspicious, if you ask me. Yes. Have you thought of asking some witnesses though? Of course we have, we're the police. And we'll grow those witnesses good and proper. Just as soon as we find some. It's difficult, you know, with Montador being a tourist city, however witnesses will probably be the first one. Will be in the first train home. We seized all the settlers in the area, but as for the identity of the man, we haven't got the first idea. I realized most of the people here were tourists when I was asking around, and no one seemed to know the Ladors. Not only residents know Mr. and Mrs. Lador, or anything really. Okay. There's a boutique owner who knows everything that goes in town. No. Now, what's the place called again? Sorry, I've completely changed my minds, but it's somewhere in the shopping district, that's for sure. Well then. Head up to Gallery Plaza and take a left. You might have to try the shops one by one. Thank you. We'll have a look around to this boutique you mentioned. We need to take a left to reach the shopping district. I know tell it as well eventually. I mean, usually I also don't know how to actually handle the oven here. Like, that thing is just annoying as fuck. Because it's actually, like, our oven here is actually our microwave as well. It's like a combi thing. Which is annoying because it means we have like 1,000 buttons on it and I only know about half of them. I know oven, I know on, I know how to set the timer on. Yes, so we have about 10 or 12 buttons on a microwave. Well done. Most well, gentlemen keep popping all over the place. I leave every time I see you leave. Talk to you. Hey, you hear about the parade getting hit? Real shame. Too bad the police couldn't stop the bloke. Always step behind, you know. Well, I guess Jim Shock Lady knows more than the entire force combined. Well done. When I ask where this costume shop is. Right there, complaining carnival stuff for hire. Why, you changing your costume? Something like that. Many thanks for your assistance, sir. Sure, no need to be so formal. My name's Niels. Seriously, people still act like that nowadays. Go to the boutique the policeman mentioned earlier. What a vivid selection they have. Well, let's go inside. Okay, let's start, and I'll talk to you. Hello there, come in, come in. Good evening, madame. May I ask you if you're the owner of this establishment? Shush, not a word more, I know exactly what you're looking for. Hold on, I have just a thing. There, a dazzling harlequin outfit for a fine gentleman. Actually, we were hoping you could give us some information on the masked gentleman. Oh, you're that kind of question mark. Why didn't you say so? Alright, if you solve this puzzle, I'll tell you what I know. Right, sure. Puzzle 010, the long wait. The delicatessen is quite a fashionable place to shop for groceries this season. You can always look through the shop window and see the queue of people waiting at the till. The window is largely covered in posters, but can you count how many people are in the queue today? I think it's 7. Not mad. First, talk to you on the feet. 1. Let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just a little girl here on the shoulders. So your answer is 8.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
I made a mistake when I was doing this earlier.
That was a challenge.
That I thought like the two feet on the right were split and like were just 2 pairs of feet. Like these two. I thought these were like 2 pairs, but nope. Correct, there are 8 people in the queue, including the little girl given a piggyback. Aren't we all clever clocks? Alright, what do you want to know? What do you want to know about the Masked Gentleman? What do you know about the Masked Gentleman? Sorry. Not a great deal actually. He turned up about a month ago. No one knows from where. Started whipping up a storm in town, turning towards doors and such. He's obviously seeking attention. However, from these little tricks, well, nobody knows. Some say it's magic. And that's all I know. But if you're doing an investigation, I do have something that may sharpen your reasoning skills. Who knows? It might even help your fashion sense, young man. What is it? It's called One Stop Shop. Sorry, I said it in the wrong order. Just a little postcard I made on a quiet day. It's easy once you get the hang of it, just to have a play around. You might learn something about shopkeeping too. Wow, this looks like a lot of fun. Thank you very much. The shop mini game has been added to your trunk. You got a new shop aisle, fresh fruits. Aisle, I don't know how to say that. It's like one of the words that I use so little that I'm just like forgetting it every time. Anyway, Lumilla's giving you her handcrafted toy shop, the one-stop shop. The shop mini games are added to your trunk. Appeal to your customer's shopping impulse to sell them every item in your inventory. Give it a try, there are all sorts of things to sell. If you manage to sell every item in every aisle, I think that's just how you say it. Come back and see me. I have a little something specially prepared for you, don't forget. Okay, I'll come and visit when I finish them all. Let's start on the first one, because this actually is a fun one. In a one-stop shop, your aim is to stock the shelves in such a way that the customer is certain to buy everything on display. Lumilla decides where the first item goes and outlines it in red. Sees the balls and her decision is final, so there is no move in this item. Use lines to select goods on the top of the screen and place them on the shelves. Holding an item, parts in the aisle will turn dark. Either that is too large for that space, or there's something there to support it. Also, you can hold an item to have Lumilla tell you about its color and type. Once you've finished arranging items, touch Open Shop to open for business. You won't be able to open the shop until all the aisles items are on display. With a customer. Okay, the first customer. Let's see how she goes about her shopping. I like buy Fluffy Teddy. Oh, no way. You've actually got him. So that's why Lumilla picks the first item. She always knows what the customer wants, even before they come into the shop. It's the yellow teddy called Fluffy. Isn't it adorable? Once you catch their attention, customer buy products on impulse. Are you fluffing? Hehe. You're proper soft and cuddly. I can't resist you. I like teddies best of all. And here's another one. For example, they won't be able to resist an adjacent item of the same type. See, the customer's attention has just shifted to the white teddy to the right. Your name is Snowflake, eh? You're lovely and white. You can come and all. Oh, yay, more white ones. I love them. You can also encourage a shopping spree by connecting items with matching colors. In this case, the customer attention moves up to the white bunny. Encourage the customer's impulse buying, and the whole aisle will soon be sold out. Avoid situations that could confuse the customer though. But they have two choices, they'll have to think about which one they prefer. That's a surefire way to end the shopping spree and fill your objective. So make sure you arrange items to create a clear path from the first item to the last. Oh, so your nibbles. Coming home and you can nibble on my veggies. Aw, look at you now, your best bunny friends. Hehe, and what's your name? Mr. B? I love all your glasses. Okay, sure. It's going too fast now. Oops, look, I've bought everything. What did mom say? If a customer buys items from an aisle, you clear the stage. As you play through the main game, you'll find new aisles to challenge you. So every aisle in the shop to get a nice reward. Let's start the first one. The apple has been placed, so... Apple. apple. That. That one. That one. That one. This is just the one that I know already because I've already done this one. I still remember it, and yet I made a mistake. Wonderful, we're all sold out. Well, there's a fresh fruit one's gone. Then we go to the catalogue. Let us continue on right now. So we're just about where we were on like the last actual run. So that's been pretty good so far. But even if we got it, all the information we can. Let's head to the hotel. I believe all we have to do is keep going up this street, and it's just around the corner. Ah, that's ooh, wrong button. Let's move on, shall we? I was testing with this yesterday, and like this is like the last one I did this conversation here. La di da di dum di do. Okay, let's not keep that. Let's not keep doing that. Look, Professor, a clown. Ah, let me guess. First time I'm Montador, right? Hello, I'm Juggles, your friendly neighborhood clown, and you are? Layton. I teach archaeology at Crescent Halley University. It is a famous puzzle solver too. Oh, that's just lovely. And a hat looks superb on you, I must say. Speaking of hats, I'm sure you have a puzzle stashed somewhere in mine. Aha, here you go, my gift to you. Puzzle 011, Backstage Blunder. Oh no, Juggles is supposed to be on in a few minutes, but he's tripped and now there's juggling equipment all over the floor. Everything should be impressive too, analytically shaped and colored items. But there's one object here who's missing a twin. Here whose twin seems to have gone missing. Which item's twin is missing? If you really look closely, then either ring has a twin. Apart from this.
Don't keep me in suspense. There is no puzzle without a solution.
This, so far, is all the puzzles I've done over the past tests. The box Juggles is holding is part of his juggling act too. Where could his twin have got to? I don't know. Wow, smashing! Your young friend wasn't joking, was he? Hey, here's a bit of local knowledge for you. See the big stone slab? That's one of our famous monuments. The whole mystery of Montador is written on it. Fast spot for photos too. Ah yes, it's mentioned in the guidebook. It says it commemorates the city's founding. That's the one. And there's plenty more tourist sites on offer there. Speaking of which, did you enjoy the parade? Yes, we did. We had quite an exhausting time, in fact. We're about to retire to bed. Oh well, if you're looking for hotels, look no more. Close here is the Camel's Hump Brewing Service. You're down this road on the left here, and it'll be on your right. You'll be there in no time. We're not too far from there either. By we, I mean Stella Circus. We're a traveling troupe, you see. Pop over and see us if you get the chance. We're not moving anytime soon. Nu hebben we zo het. Montador's history is carved on here for all eternity. Alright. Great that we don't actually get to see what's on there. Well, let's move over to the hotel, shall we? Do you look at this place? What if I say it looks like Mrs. Lador is putting us up in style? Haha, I don't think I've ever stayed in quite such exotic accommodation before. I suppose a city that lives on tourism must have its fair share of fancy hotels. I can smell the roast lamp from out here. Oh, let's go in, Professor. Alright then, what's going on here? Alright, I've had it up to here. I don't know why I wasted my time with you. Good for nothing balls of fluff. Oh, look how cute these bunnies are. Cute? You find these sniveling little furballs cute? Ha! I've never seen an animal more pathetic than these two. I have in mind to cast these rabbits out for the troop for good. Cast them out? What would you do that? Simple. If these old rabbits can't learn new tricks, they're no good in my circus. Then other waste of my time and resources. But that's alright, I know. What if I took one and taught him some tricks for you? You, a mere child, thinks you can train one of these stagnant, hopeless beasts right the ringmaster have failed? I'm not a mere child, I can understand what they're saying. They say they don't want to leave all their friends in the circus. They say they'll work very hard from now on. And they say they are sorry. Don't they? Yes, they do. Please give them another chance. Well, the rabbit show is a circus favorite. If it can still be salvaged, fine, take one of these floppy critters and get it to the master. And get it to master the manic arts. If you can manage that, they can both stay. You got 1 week. But if it's acting as wishy-washy or it starts nibbling on this set mid-show, they're both out. Got it? Yes, sir, don't worry, I'll train your rabbit to become a splendid actor. Just because it is pink. From my point of view, so. Actually, no. I made this mistake during the other game as well. Wow. Croft. Okay, so now this actually fits. The Robert Show minigame is added to the trunk. I'm also not going to pay attention to that. You got a new play for your rabbit to rehearse. Sunflowers in the Storm. Use it an adorable rabbit from the ringmaster of the Stellar Circus. The Rabbit Show minigames were added to the trunk. Befriend your rabbit and teach some new tricks to perform in the Rabbit Show. I see you're going for the brown one. Yes, I'm naming him Walcroft. Well then, it's all yours. If it's really got what it takes, we'll gladly take it back to the circus. And the other one too. A sweet little fellow, isn't he? Just remember to bring him back to the circus once you've trained him up. Of course, I'm going to turn Walcroft into a great actor. I like how the exclamation point is actually there as well. The exclamation point. Schnuff, schnuff. What's wrong, Walcroft? Is Walcroft trying to tell us something? Schnuff. Walcroft says he won't let us down. Oh, don't worry, you fuzzy fur hat. Your fuzzy hat. We'll get you back to the circus. Well, perhaps we should go into the hotel. Let's go at the front desk. When they look, they're already expecting us. What is this? That check is awfully familiar. Yes, I know what you mean. Ah, so it wasn't just a deja vu. This is going to bother me all day now. It looks rather out of place in this hotel. I wonder if it's a feature. Oh, Mrs. Riddleton. Granny Riddleton, where are you? The shack is rather large for a conversation piece. I wonder if anyone actually uses it. I mean, lovely to meet you. I just want to share with someone how pleased I am with this hotel. Isn't it marvelous? The service is great, and it's a stone throw from the high street and all its shops. The only qualm I have is a name. I mean, come on, the Camel's Hump Hotel? It's not very appealing, is it? Actually, miss, I'm rather fond of the name. Really? Well, to each their own. Though I have heard the establishment says nothing on Montador's top hotel. You should definitely take them to see it while you're here. But wait, just do that if you have time. Right, the first puzzle that I haven't done before. Welcome, welcome. Do you have a reservation? Yes, I believe so. Is there anything reserved for one Herschel Layton? Ah, yes, Mrs. Lador informed us of your arrival. We would like to welcome you as our special guests. One moment, please, while I find your keys. Do you suppose this place is owned by the Ladors? It's quite likely. Everything in this hotel is in its own neat little place. That's very like Henry. Professor, how would you like to know Mr. Lador? How well do you know Mr. Lador? What's he like? I remember him as a thoughtful boy, very quiet and hardworking. I never really talked to him though. We all lived in the same village, but he was just a friend of a friend. I never got to know him very well. But you knew Angela quite well, didn't you, Professor? I'm sorry to keep you waiting. If you could just sign here and there. Perfect, I have a couple of lovely rooms for you. Here are your keys, and here is your complimentary puzzle. Oh, what excellent service. Not sure. Sharing the burden. Two porters have to carry 6 pieces of luggage of unknown weight. Each piece weighs a different amount, and they are labeled in order of weight from A to F. Weight being the lightest and F being the heaviest. Each piece weighs up to 10 kilograms, and the total weight is 40 kilograms or less. Each one can carry up to 20 kilograms at once, and between them, they want to carry it all in one go. How should they divide up the luggage between them? Pile it all up in their hands, and then ring the bell. Slide the pieces from luggage from the left side of the touchscreen into the porter's hands, then touch the bell. Watch the top screen to see how the porters react to the weight. So if those are the lightest, okay, let's actually use a memo. We're not going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, but that doesn't work. Elizabeth decided to go haywire. Because I haven't touched it in like an hour time, it decides to be annoying. Let's go back to you for now. So you definitely put the heaviest and the lightest together. I would almost say I'd almost say this.
Don't keep me in suspense. There is no puzzle without a solution.
Correct. A luggage crisis has been averted. Puzzle 012. Sharing the burden as a puzzle index. Excellent work, sir. You're in room 502 and the young lady is upstairs in 602. Do tell me something you need. It's okay, Ivy. Don't worry. Thank you very much indeed. I wonder if he just dishes out the same puzzle to everyone who stays there. No Granny Riddleton just yet? Oh well. Now that's fancy. It's a whole different level of Mallory, isn't it? We better so soft. I can fall asleep on it right now. We've barely arrived and I'm already exhausted. I don't know if I can keep up with the city. Come on, Luke. We've only just started our investigation. Tell me you're burned out after one little miracle. No, what if the mask really does have magical powers, as the masked gentleman said? What do we do then? Have a good lunch, Ivy. We can't say for certain one way or the other. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Mr. Lador is powerful enough to build a city after finding the mask. Perhaps it also has the power to turn people to stone. Surely not. Those are two different things. But it must have some sort of power, right? Why else would someone steal it? Perhaps, Luke. But I rather think that there is something more to this masked gentleman case. I doubt they're even dealing with the true musketeers. After all, I saw that mask fall into a chasm years ago. Oh, I didn't even thought of that. I really want to ask you, Professor. What was Randall like? You and Angela seem to know him very well. Yes, please tell us. About Randall? Absolutely. This mystery could have something to do with your past. You never know. It might be important, please, Professor. I suppose. You may be right. Very well. It'll be about 18 years ago. Randall, Angela, Henry and I all used to live in a small place called Stansbury, just beyond the desert. It was a quiet little village, the kind where everybody knows everyone else. Randall was my best friend. He told me about his hobbies, dragged me along with his adventures. If it not for him, I wouldn't even be an archaeologist. It's true. Although I study fervently today, I had a little interest in the field back in archaeology back then. What? I can't imagine you like that, Professor.
That night, we just listened to the professor. It broke my heart to hear him recount how he had lost his best friend. But hidden in his story was a clue that would prove essential to solving the case of the masked gentleman.
Chapter 2. The Secret of Norwell.
The first I heard of the Mask of Chaos. It must have been about 18 years ago.
I win again, Herschel. Guess that means you'll be going with me tonight.
Randall, I told you, I'm not interested in archaeology.
Stop with the nonsense, Herschel. What happened to your sense of adventure?
You can't be serious.
Yes, I'm very serious, Herschel. I'm going to make archaeological history tonight. Do you have any idea what this could mean? It'll be the find of the century, and you're coming with me. So what do you say there, old chum? You're in, right?
Randall, I don't... Okay.
This time will be different, Herschel. You won't regret it, I swear. I've got a good feeling about this.
Sure.
I've heard that one before, Randall. I don't have time to go on another one of these silly expeditions of yours.
I'm telling you, this is different, Herschel. It isn't some silly adventure. I think I might be onto something big this time.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Something priceless. Something indescribable. Something beyond your wildest dreams, Herschel.
All right, class. You've proven your legs work. Now please exercise your backsides and be seated.
Just meet me tonight. Soon our names will be in all the papers. You'll be the famous scholar Herschel Layton.
Right. Let's do Mr. Collins' class. Now that you all see it, kindly open your books at page 13. Tonight we talk about Donald Rutledge and his groundbreaking work, Ancient Histories. Now, Rutledge investigated a number of noteworthy archaeologist sites, looking for similarities between them. He identified the linking factor, the common denominator, the universal ambiguous name Azran. Years later, we've barely scratched the surface of all there is to know about the Azran civilization and their time. The Azran legacy, now I understand where that name actually comes from as well. The discovery of Azran was a huge breakthrough for archaeology, initiating unprecedented research in the field. There are some incomplete records of an excavation from the boom period. Let's see, Layton, can you help fill the gaps? Of course, sir. Puzzle 13, Artifacts. A, B, C, and D each found a unique object at a different depth to the ruins. Based on the following statements, fill in the missing information about each artifact, its material and its depth. 1, the door was made of wood. B, 2, B dug 100 cm deeper than D and found something at 150 cm deep. 3, an item made of blue tingle metal was found deeper down than the wooden one. C, the pot was made of sandy clay. 5, the coin was found in a shallower place than the sword. Right, let us... The doll is made of wood. Okay, B. B dug 100 cm deeper than D and found it about 150 cm deep. So you're at 50 and you're at 150. So this is the doll. Pots made of sandy clay. That's the sandy clay. But an item made of blue tinged metal ran deeper down than the wooden one. The coin is found in a shallower place than the sword.
I think this may be it. Puzzles can be quite fun.
Correct. A fundamental blade 200 centimeters underground. B the 150 centimeters to find a wooden doll. C found a clay block at a depth of 100 centimeters. D discovered a stone coin 50 centimeters down. Quite a successful expedition. Puzzle 13. Artifacts is now a puzzle index. Yes. Quite good work, Layton. Thank you, sir. Right then, let's move on to page 14. Ravlich's most famous discovery was the ancient stone circle of Planov. Early theories held that Planov was a primitive holy site, but the finding of some Indus artifacts disproved that. These artifacts were the basis of a fascinating discovery studied by the paleontologist Doris Pompeius. Based on a wide range of evidence from different fields, Pompeius came up with the radical new ideas for a civilization. She theorized that they were scientifically advanced and even had their own language as evolved as our own. Furthermore, through extensive fossil analysis, she proved that Earth only had a completely different ecosystem. Now then, there's a problem related to fossils. Wouldn't I like to give it a shot? Sure, let me do it. Let me. Ascot. Alright then. Puzzle 014. Bite of Bygone Days. Oh god. Yeah, we've already surpassed the 1 hour mark. Can we... Game. The fossil is found in a riverbed. A close examination reveals tooth marks, kind of suggesting that it was from with some kind of Asian fish, bit into something tasty. Can you tell which one of the fish pictured in the book made these tooth marks? Yeah, I just had hoped that I had some time to do in between. It's not B.
Listen to this, Herschel.
This should be quite obvious.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Correct. The answer is A. The shape of the teeth is irrelevant. Looking at the bike box as well, you can see that the 3 pairs of front teeth made an impression. So only a fish without any back teeth would have made these marks. Well demonstrated. I see you've done your homework on this topic. What? This is all basic stuff, sir. There's only one fish that showed 3 teeth. 3 teeth. And the other one all showed 4. And I was like, well, you only see it from one side, so on the other side it should be the same amount. That's what went on in my head, at least. Next page. This will be your test next week, so make sure to take notes. Our forefathers built many ancient edifices here in England, of which we've built the merest handful. Most of them were undoubtedly lost in the passage of history, but their legacy remains in various forms. Sir, you have a question, Ascot? Go on, man, out of it. Sir, have you heard of the Mask of Chaos? Are you being impudent, Ascot? Of course I've heard of it. The Mask of Chaos is a mythical treasure documented by Donald Ruffledge. What's your opinion, sir? Does it exist? I find it hard to believe that such a legendary object could lie undiscovered for so long. If I thought such things is to be found, I would not be teaching at this school, but out digging it for treasure. If its existence could be proven, it would be quite impossible to find, and you know it. So I'd appreciate it if you stop wasting lesson time right around the question, Ascot. Right, sorry, sir. Aren't apologizing? That's a first. Serious are keen, Ascot. Here's our next problem too. Puzzle 15, or 015. Fix the fossil. This planet fossil is broken into 9 pieces, but it's actually restored once before. But, well, let's say the reason this isn't... it's a bit of a butterfingers. Here's a 3x3 square. You think you can get it back to normal? Since it's quite fragile and broken enough as it is, you can move 3 pieces at a time, horizontally or vertically. Put it back together in the center of the grid. Horizontal pieces and vertically, and you can only move them in lines of 3. Pay attention to the pattern on the pieces. Arrange them in a 3x3 square in the center. Oh my, okay.
Here is the answer. There is no puzzle without a solution.
Correct. So it was an Amanat fossil. Can you solve this puzzle in just 4 moves? Who'd have thought it was so simple? It was actually more simple than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I can remember the Kabuto one, actually. But that was still different. That was... What, you had to move them like using just buttons? Or like just to minus, such incorrect? Yeah, no, I don't remember that one. Alright students, that's it for today. You may tidy up your desks and go. Wow, today's class just flew by. Old Collins may be grumpy, but his lessons are blooming fantastic. What got into you today? Pestering you about the mask. Is this to do with your treasure hunting expedition? Oh, you want to know now, do you? You do, don't deny it, Hirsch. Hey, no need to be smug. I just wondered why it daft enough to wind up old question to Collins. Well, I suppose if you come over to my house later, I can tell you about it. I mean, if you really want to know, I can't really hide it from you, can I? Randall, old chum, someone think you live on a different planet. He probably does. I wish. Let's save. That is it then for this here recording session. Thank you very much for watching. We've done... Well, we've done 2 hours of this now. Anyway, have a good one, and we will see you all during the very next time. G'day!